Perfect. Thank you so much, Stephanie, and hello, everyone. As Stephanie said, my name is Virginia Rhodes, and I am the project director of the ARC Network, and I'd love to share just a little bit about us and what we do. So ARC stands for the Advanced Resource and Coordination Network. We're funded by a cooperative agreement between NSF Advance and our home organization, WEPAN. And the main goal of the ARC network is to connect scholars and practitioners committed to STEM equity in an engaged stakeholder community. So as the STEM Equity Brain Trust, the ARC network aims to remove barriers to resources, advance the research on intersectional gender equity issues, and reduce duplication of efforts. The ARC network is built on and works through the 3 I's framework, integrating inclusion, intersectionality, and intentionality. So we hope to enable intentional dialogue between researchers and practitioners, connect inclusiveness to organizational principles and practices, and then account for and incorporate intersectional perspectives throughout our work. So we really strive to ensure that our work accounts for those social stratifications that intertwine to determine people's unique identities and the experiences that they face on a daily basis. And the ARC network works to promote systemic change by engaging the community in multiple ways. So this is through our resources, programs, and events. So we kind of touched on like the resource library, which our community librarian will speak about in a little bit here. We have our email newsletters, our ARC website, and through social media. We also host multiple programs, so our emerging research and emerging issues workshops, and our virtual visiting scholars program that we have every year as well. And lastly, our events, so our advanced equity and STEM community convening, which we'll talk on a little bit more. I hope to see you all there this year. Our town halls, and then webinars such as this one, where you get to know a little bit more about ARC, WEPAN, and what people are doing in this community. So to learn more about the ARC network, I do encourage you to visit our website, equityandstem.org, and find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter at ARC Equity and STEM and hashtag Equity and STEM. And now I'll pass it over to our community librarian, Bethany Farmer, who will talk a little bit more about the resource library.
Thank you, Virginia. So one of the resources that provided by the ARC network is the resource library, where you can access records and information related to equity and STEM. So the big thing here is that we have over 9,000 resources in our library, including WEPAN's Knowledge Center. The library contains resources from a variety of disciplines, formats, and voices related to advancing equity and justice in STEM. And we strive to include voices and perspectives from places that are often excluded and undervalued in the STEM fields. And we also aim to ensure that disciplines often disassociated from STEM, such as the social sciences, are integrated and recognized as foundational to driving change. And we have multiple types of resources. So of course we have the peer-reviewed journal articles, but we also supply toolkits, policy documents, op-eds, presentation materials, etc. And the library is accessible to everyone free of charge, but it does require joining the ARC network as well as having a Mendeley account. And so one of the ways that we're trying to make information more accessible is by having live guides, which are available on the web without requiring logins or registration. So this is just a screenshot of a diversity, equity, and inclusion guide that I created that has some research and resources on specifically on states impacted by anti-DEI legislation. And lastly, to access the live guides, you can go to wepan.liveguides.com. And if you need help with the guides or with resources in the library or with your research, feel free just to email me at bethany@wepan.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you.